Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about and figure out how to use Google Photos. So the first thing that we want to do is to open our browser. We do that and then we search we go to google.com, and when we get to google.com we have these 9 squares up at the right corner. We click that, it's Google Apps. Then we find Photos, and this is basically Google Photos. You see the hamburger menu or the main menu up at the left corner. Here you can see all the options that you have to work with. However, you can see more shortcuts here below the main menu, which shows Photos, Albums, Assistant, Sharing, and Print Store. Today we're going to talk about Photos, Albums, and then Sharing. We don't really want to talk too much about Assistant or Print Store. We might want to talk about that in later episodes. So for today I want to start talking about Google Photos. Here are all of my photos. They're stored in a pretty easily adjustable and accessible menu on the right side, where you can drag or click to the different timeline that you want to go to. For example, if I want to go to May 2018 and see the pictures of myself and the pictures that I've taken, I can just I can find May, and then you'll see pictures from May 2019 or 2018. So that's really easy and it's really nice to maneuver. So if we go over to albums, we can click on an album. We can also create our own album. You see here that I have created a bunch of different albums where I store specific events. You create an album by hitting create album. Then you will have a choice to create a title. If I want to make a title called football, the soccer kind, and then I want to select photos. You can find pictures just by browsing and looking through pictures that you might have taken, or you can search through your photos. You can write football, and then you will see a bunch of pictures of myself playing soccer or football. Okay, that's basically albums. You can add pictures by clicking up here, the ones that you have selected. You can also press shift and then hover over, and then that will select more as you click. So you don't have to click each photo. Okay, and I'm done. And then now we have created a football album. That was easy, right? Let's go over to sharing. Sharing is a really important part of a cloud service in today's world, because everyone wants to share their pictures. So if you go over to sharing, on our shortcuts here, you see that a lot of people have shared their pictures with me. And the way that they share their pictures with me is by clicking this square to the left corner, which start a new share. You click that button, and then you'll have the same kind of interface as you had with creating an album. You have to name the album or the group of photos that you're going to share. If I want to call them for read, then you select photos, and it's the same idea by how to select what pictures are in your album or group of photos you want to share, as when you picked your pictures for the album. And so let's search for books. Then you will find a bunch of different pictures with books, and then you click on them, and then we hit done, and now you see that you have a group of photos that are called read that you want to share. And up at the right corner you have a button called share, and to share these pictures you want to click that, and then you either have certain pictures in your contact list, or you can type in the email that you want to share it with, and I have my own account that I want to share it to, and then we send it, and that's basically it. This is how you have shared this album with someone else. Okay, so I know a lot of people might have a question, well, how do I really download these pictures? Because that's a really big thing. Well, what you can do is you select pictures or a group of pictures by holding in shift and then click, or just clicking at the check mark, and then you hit download. For the purpose of this, we only want to select a few because it might take some time to download, and so we hit download. You can also hit shift D as a shortcut, and then we hit show in folder, and then we move it to a place where we would remember, and then you see this file right here. Now let's create a folder, let's call them books for some reason, I don't know, and then we can move this file, photos, over to this, and then we have to extract everything that's in this folder, because if you download more than one picture, they become a zip file and you can extract them. So we extract them, and then we delete photos because we don't want them to become inside or being extracted into this folder, but into the books folder. And then we hit extract here. And this is how you basically download pictures and videos from Google Photos.